Welcome everybody to Command Combat Battle Reports, and today we have, well, it's going to be Attila Total War, and we've got the Germans versus, or Germanics at least, Kushites.
Kushites.
So, let's go ahead and take a look at these
That's not a
armies.
fair fight.
Oh, is it not? Who's it that should be winning this?
Well, it's probably going to be
The Germans are the Kushites. Yeah, Kurdish. So I guess the Kushites.
Where the heck is this supposed to be taking place?
Oh, you got Kurdish archers.
Yeah, this is not a historical battle, so
Okay.
it's just some field somewhere. Anyway, so what we got Kurdish archers, we got Kushite mounted shotalai. Is that how?
Yeah.
Now, actually, go ahead and feel free to interrupt me if you see something that you'd like to tell about. Here's some more.
Javelin men. This is all light cavalry because these are desert fighters. So everything, they don't have very heavy armor.
All right.
These are desert fighters.
So we're going to be seeing speed out of them probably.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Over here we got
no body armor.
Desert Levy, medium spear infantry, and they've got onagers. Yeah. We got some heavy melee infantry, so they're behind the lighter ones. So they're going to let the meat shields take it first.
Yeah.
What is this guy? Oh, it's part of the levy or the. Okay, it's probably the onager crew. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
There's the onager. Medium spear infantry. Medium melee infantry. So it's okay. The spear's up front.
Is that the king back there?
And that'll be one of the leaders. I don't know if they actually have a leader guy, but they are in Desert Warlord.
Yeah, he'd be the one with the prettiest helmet.
Well, let's see.
Pretty boy.
Yeah, he's the one with the big gold helmet.
I don't see any there. I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily animated. Although, look, that looks like there's a zebra in there.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's just the straps around.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's see. So that's their leader. So overall,
Has there ever been an army in existence that ever rode zebras into battle?
Believe it or not, during the First World War and the African campaign, there were a lot of British soldiers riding zebras.
that's interesting. I didn't know
There
they
are
could
pictures of them on zebra back, saddled and everything.
Wow.
Now, zebras are not particularly large.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
They're not heavy cavalry, but they're not going to do very much in the way of running very fast, but they can get you to one place or another.
Well, how about tell us about because we got some camel lancers. Tell us about the way camels work.
Now that's going to be some of the most what do you call it? Effective, because they can run for long distances. They're long distance. They're highly durable, and you have a better. If you're stabbing down at a horse, and if the horses are not used to camels, if they never run into camels before, they're not going to want to be around them because the smell.
Yeah.
They're not going to like this. This is a different smell.
Yeah, I've heard the camels were actually more effective than cavalry often. 'Cause they're faster and all that.
And they're durable. They can run a longer distance than cavalry can,
All right.
and than regular horse cavalry. And but they are a very effective weapon.
All right. So now we have very light bow infantry, elite
Nubians.
Oh, okay. Is there something about them?
Well, they've been around. They've been professional, so not professional, but they've been in the war business for centuries. Hannibal used them. The Romans used them. The ancient Egyptians used these guys. This is one of the things they're good at.
So it seems like their left flank is the strongest because let's take a look from above, and that's their setup. Oh man, it's sort of from a distance, so let's go in close again then, because here we can see from their thing on here, the left flank is where you have those Nubian archers, and the camel riders are over. There we go. The camel riders.
This
are
is
over
going to
there.
be the maneuver element.
So yeah, it looks like that's going to be their strong part is their left flank. The right flank is a little more your regular setup. You got the archers there, you got your cavalry behind them, and then you got your light troop. The light troops sort of up front, the desert levy up front, and then backed up by the heavy melee infantry.
Yeah. Well, so what it looks like they've set up to do is try to pull the other side's their cavalry to this side. And while when they open up their flank, going after these guys, this group over here will hit them in their flank, and then destroy their maneuver element. Now, the problem I've seen on the map is there is some what is it, Germanic tribes somewhere on these guys' flank. I don't know if that's
Yeah, over here we have a setup. Apparently, the Germanic tribes got to set up some of their infantry mounted brigands, so they got to set up out of their deployment zone.
okay.
way
They're going
over
to try to
here.
hit the rear. They're going
Yeah.
to try to hit the rear of that column, and you know, it, either break up the heavy mail group, or destroy those onagers. That's that's what it looks like they're going to try to do. Is hit the rear of the column or kill the king himself.
Yeah. So that's where they're going to be coming in. And then for their main setup, they've got actually they're kind of split into three groups, four
Oh,
groups
there's
here.
cavalry there.
You got the three groups of cavalry are all let's see, Royal, Subi cavalry, Heavy Shock cavalry.
Yeah.
All three groups I think are
Yeah.
the same.
This is the Subi are just a tribe of Germanic tribe.
All right. So yeah, and are they pretty tough?
Yeah, they're known for being, during when they were fighting for the Romans, they as cavalry auxiliary, so they're extremely experienced horse cavalrymen.
And they're in sort of an
And they're
arrow formation.
Yeah, this is for shock. They're gonna hit you hard. It's like a tank. They got heavy armor on, long spears, and big horses. So they are shock unit. They're the bust a hole right in your line.
All right. And out front, they've got two units of swordsmen. Now, I didn't understand why they're up here until I look at this, and you can see sort of they're under this hill a little bit. They're in a little bit of a gap. They're very heavy melee infantry, so they're a little out front of everybody. I think they're out of the deployment zone too.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, I thought that was a different unit somewhere up front, but it's the same group.
So I think they're a little ahead of everybody else
Yeah.
as well, because I think this is all in the
They're
deployment zone.
skirmishers. They're the pin. They're gonna try to pin the main force down so they can't run away.
All right. So the heavy infantry will block them.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've got medium axe infantry back here. And you got, let's see, that's this line of them. And then behind them you got the King's Guard, or the medium Germanic nobles.
Yeah. Who's this on the other flank over here?
Let's see, over this way?
Yeah, this group.
Oh yeah, here we go. We got some axemen over here. Medium axe infantry, Germanic warband. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just have, actually I think they're all the same. Germanic warband, yeah, all three. So basically three lines here. We can look at it from above to look at the whole overall setup.
Yeah.
Basically they've got 4 lines of Germanic medium axe infantry, 2 lines of Subi champions, or 2 units of Subi champions up at the front, and Germanic nobles behind.
They're champions, did you say?
Yes. So
Oh, these are berserkers. These guys.
Oh.
These are the guys who want to be up front and win glory for themselves. They're like death volunteers.
Oh, because that's why they're out front. And then over here we have a different group.
Yeah.
We've got Germanic spearmen on the 2 sides of the flank, on the 2
Onagers.
flanks of the onagers to hold that, and you got Germanic
Archers.
crossbowmen.
They're going to try to protect those onagers.
So what do you think the strategy will be? Or Troy, what do you think is they're going to plan to do here? Because you got cavalry over here, you got axemen with the elite ones there, and then you got the onager things over here.
Well, perhaps it's my own personal style, but I like the feint maneuver. I would probably rush in with cavalry and cause my opponent to react while taking the opportunity to position my more heavily armored or heavy hitting forces in a position to flank them.
All right.
Well, if it were me commanding this unit, the way they got it set up, it looks like they're going to wait for the other guy to come to them. This looks like these guys sit on the slope here and they're on the hill, so they can rush down. They can use the momentum of coming downhill to hit whoever they hit on that flank as a shock element and break them up. So that's what I would do. I would let the way it's set up looks like it's a defensive pattern, that they're waiting for them to come. They're going to react. They want them to react a certain way. They want them to come to split this flank and swing west like this. And so when they come out, the shock guards are going to will ignore them and go after their flank, their infantry flank.
All right. Well, whatever they're going to do, it's going to be actually they also have these guys up here.
Yeah,
so,
that's why I think it's defensive.
Yeah.
This is to lure them to come close enough to them so they can
Well, whatever they're going to do, it sounds like it'll involve this.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
all three of us seem to think this is going. I mean, they're already set up to attack. This is not their movement formation. So
Yeah.
they're basically getting ready to smack them in the flank there. So
Yeah.
let's take a look and see what happens.
They're gonna spank them.
I think they're going to spank them out, and here they're already starting to move the cavalry's
They're
kind of
gonna
splitting
like
up.
it too.
Yeah.
Oh. And moving forward with their axemen,
I
and
certainly hope they didn't read that 50 Shades of Grey.
I don't. They're all male, so I don't think a single one has read it.
Is that a halberd or you just had one?
That's from the torture room. All right, so this entire army's moving forward.
Yeah, it's a horde. It's
Yeah.
a horde. They're trying to pull them in.
And you can see back there that the brigands are starting to move in behind them. Let's go ahead and look at the overall board here. So this is the strategic map, and you can see the cavalry is split up a little bit on this side, and the axemen have moved up, so now they are below that little hill, and now they're starting to shoot back and forth. Oh, it looks like the onagers are beginning to fire into the lines there, and there's some return fire going on as well.
There's a lot of dust everywhere.
Oh, it's also raining. Let's see. Oh, there's some onagers firing. Let's see how the let's see how these. Let's see. These onagers are coming in here,
Getting there.
and yeah, landing right in front of the infantry, knocking some of them down.
Oh,
The return fire, yeah, we can see some of that is going on over here. The return fire is coming back. Oh, here comes some more. Let's actually put it into slow motion. Oh, just missed.
Oops.
Oh, and I didn't actually get it into slow motion. Oh, that one guy thought he said he jumped
God.
out of the way, and another
Oh,
one hit him.
God, Rudy, you got hit.
Rudy! Oh, and here comes some cavalry already coming in. Cavalry rushing in there, and some more of these coming down.
See?
Oh boy, yeah, going right into their faces, coming all around them. They are in every single part.
Forcing them
Oh,
to
and going into
react.
formation.
Forcing them to react.
Yeah.
Let's go to slow motion here as they come in.
No, that's not how I would have done it. I would have won.
Came in from two different directions. The camels are smacking right into them.
So
They just got pinched.
where is their cavalry?
Their cavalry is still over on this side of them. They're
These
into
guys
place.
haven't moved.
They've not moved. They're
What kind
in
of shock
place.
cavalry are these guys?
Apparently they are waiting, but they should be in position here at this point to come in at them from that angle. Because right now the rest of the army is getting hit both by onagers and by the cavalry
Yeah.
coming in.
Their spearmen have faded right there.
Yeah, you can
They're
see
being
the
torn
spearmen
to
are
pieces.
already. They're getting. Well, I think it's because they're getting shot. Yeah, by a lot of arrows over here, and they keep bringing in their cavalry, even though they're not attacking with them. There, you can see, like Troy was saying, they're causing them to react. Now the bowmen have come
If I
over
had
here.
been the commander, I would have been doing a tremendous job.
You've been doing the best job ever.
Best job as a field commander.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, what's going on with these guys? Are so far back, especially because the army moved away from them. Now they will be able to get to the onager, but they'll
be able to get to the king too.
Yeah, so we'll be able to see them doing something over there pretty soon. But meanwhile, let's go ahead and see things going here. Oh, here, another charge. Let's look at this.
The shock action
Little shock action. This is what it looks like.
with camels. That's
the
always
camels.
a bad sign.
Yeah, camels coming in.
Yeah, 'cause they're big and they're mean and they bite.
Oh, and there's the spears, like you were saying, and they're stabbing from way above. Wow. All right, let's go back to regular motion, regular speed here. So that's attacking the front, and they're hitting the elite troops there. Now the regular troops are coming in.
flee the field
Yeah,
of battle.
that is the one thing is the elite
This is a
troops
shameful
have
display.
grabbed them into place. And
They're men, so they can't-
right, but now they're going to bring in more infantry. You know what is the Subians? Is that right?
Yes.
The Subi have really they've really taken charge of this battle. They've taken the initiative, pushed in.
No, those are the red. Those are Kushites.
Oh, the Kushites. All right.
Yellows.
Oh, all right.
Over there on the left is a maneuver I like to refer to as the cluster.
Well, over here, yeah, they have brought in some. It's kind of like what they've done is I forgot to. Now, wouldn't it be the Kurds? Isn't that right? What this site is called? I completely forgot to look it before.
We have Nubians, Kushites, and Kurds in there.
Okay, but I mean, what would this side be called? Because I forgot to look at it when we were coming in.
I thought it said Kushite.
Kushite. Okay, so we'll say the Kushites and and this is the Subi. Okay, so what's interesting is the Kushites in this battle. Actually, I'll go to the overhead thing. They started off in place, and they really just took the initiative by running forward, like running all their cavalry forward, which I usually recommend against because of the fact that you're going to get your cavalry killed. But that really caused the Subi to have to kind of react by getting into place, and then they got them pinned, and now they've come in with all of their infantry, and that's really kind of tearing them apart. Now the brigands have taken out the onager, But I don't know that the Onager was going to be useful anyway, because now
when they're all tangled into each other like this.
yeah, and the commander has now come into the fray, so the best they can do is take out the archers, which weren't doing too much right
It's
now.
a good idea to be cavalry running up against archers.
Yeah, although they're pretty close to them at this point, so it might be one of those things where they might be able to run over them. In fact, let's go ahead and play it and see what happens here. Yeah, the archers are trying to get in place. They've at least gotten them out of the battle.
Men
And
have
here they
broken and
go.
are fleeing. Enemy units have returned to the battle.
Alright, so they're going into there. You have more of the cavalry regrouping back there and going in after some of the cavalry which has been pulled back.
The men are broken and
Meanwhile,
running for
these,
their lives.
the Royal Subi cavalry has gotten out of their arrow formations but have gotten into the fight at last.
Yeah.
And
I
meanwhile,
think they realize that their shock formation isn't going to help them now.
yeah,
Surprise, the shock part. The other guy did it first.
no longer shocked. Now over here, the Kurds have broken through the Subi
Our
left
men
flank
have
and just
rallied.
completely destroyed them there. And they're going to bring the battle over to this side.
I was completely surprised because it looked like that the Kushites would not be in a better position. But it's camels. It's always
Our men
camels.
return to the fight.
If in doubt, it's the camels. And the command unit has come in and turned the tide of battle over here in this battle because you can see the noble, noble Rahran were having difficulty. But now the command element has come in. And now the Subi cavalry is coming in to take them
The
on.
men's resolve is failing.
So,
They're pinned.
so now they're pinned into place. However, and that infantry is pulled back. So the tide of battle is changing. Now you have
The entire unit has perished.
yeah, the Subi infantry in this section.
Two Subi units have been back on.
Yeah, and now you have the cavalry back here is chewing up what was in the back of the
Our men
Kurd
have
infantry.
rallied.
And you have the camels have came back, but now they're pulling out of that fight. This is
There's Kushite cavalry standing still here.
yeah.
What they're doing. The archers are gone.
It's really this is like you say a very fluid battle because you have the Subi have taken control of this, and now the battle rather than being in
Enemy
fact
units have
Unfortunately,
been
they're
rallied.
running-
Nothing
they're
remains of
running
this
off,
unit now.
Leaving.
Google Maps.
well, it started off as a battle where the Subi were here and the did you say Kushites?
Yes.
The Kushites were here, the Subi were here, but now it's shifted. So now the Subi are here, the Kushites are here because the Kushites lost their left flank, or lost their right flank, our left, and the Subi lost. I'm sorry, the Subi lost their left flank, and the Kushites won that. But the Kushites lost their left flank, our right. So the Subi now have taken this area, and the Kushites are over on that side. Meanwhile, you have their cavalry is running free. This one is about to run away. They've been taking a lot of damage.
Yeah.
But they still have this one, and they might be able to get on the Kushite flank. Meanwhile, the Kushites still have some of their strong units. You can see that they still have their camels over here, and a lot of their cavalry. So it's not over for them by a long shot.
They've got spearmen.
Yeah.
Four whole segments of spearmen and swordsmen that are not involved. in the
Right.
fight.
They went up and they destroyed the other spearmen
These
and the
two-
onagers without much trouble. Oh, these two here?
No, those two are fresh. The other one looks like they're trying to, or is that a similar direction they're going? No, they look fresh too.
Yeah.
They're not.
They still have 4 fresh units over here. I mean, these are the ones that took out the onager
Yeah.
and the other spearmen, and hardly took any damage themselves. So they're going to be really strong at this point. Whereas the Subi, they are winning over here, but they're still taking damage. And in fact, by the Kushite kind of sacrificing his leader into here, he's not dead yet, but
Yeah.
he's right in the middle of things. He'll probably get killed, but he's sacrificing himself.
But he's also destroyed one of their axemen units.
Exactly, and you can see that, yeah, while the Subi will be able to regroup here, they will not be as strong as the Kushites there. So let's go ahead and keep on watching and see what happens. Oh, and you can see, the spearmen are coming in. They're coming into here where there's a fight going on between some axemen and some spearmen. But even if the Subi win this, they're going to have a fresh unit coming up on their rear. That's not a good... there we go, they've won that fight. But now, actually, they're going to have to get out of there because they are in trouble. They're being chased down by that Kushite
Unit is running from the enemy.
And you can see the camels are coming over here. It's another place where the Subi had won a fight, but now they're getting hit by a fresh, well, not a fresh unit, but by camels, and that's
Also,
bad.
Our men
that's
flee the
bad
field
sign
of battle.
especially because
Shameful
it's
display.
Subi cavalry that's being attacked by camels, so it's a bad sign. And over here you got swordsmen, again a fresh Kushite unit against a damaged Subi unit. So, and they're being
Our
shot at
forces
as they
have
run away.
found
So
their
they are in
courage.
bad shape.
Back to the fight.
And the Kushites still have some archers there that are going to be dangerous. Now the Subi have won
Our
with
men
the cavalry.
the
That's
enemy
actually surprising,
refuses to
and they
admit
have a
defeat.
fresh
Their unit
axe
has
unit.
rallied.
So it is not over yet, but it's just it's one of those things where it keeps going back and forth here. I think it's because probably Subi have some more armored troops, and like you said, the Kushites are light. Now here they just look at this one in slow motion.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
I put one of these things to the song "Everybody Hurts." I thought that was rather appropriate. All right, so as that goes along, let's go ahead and take a look and see. Oops, I went too far down. More of this. Okay, so this unit now is
Our
going
men
into
are breaking
here.
off.
And they're being surrounded by another swordsman.
Oh, yeah, swordsmen on one side, spears on the other.
And arrows.
Here I
And
am,
arrows.
stuck in the middle
Do
of
it again.
with his goddamn camera.
Well, they wish they had camels. They just have horses in there. There's the guy that I thought was a zebra. And he's being shot at. They're really, I mean, they're fighting hard. This is the thing about the Subi is they really are fighting hard.
They're
They're
tough
just,
soldiers. They're tough warriors.
yeah.
So hard.
It's just they're just being hit from so
Our
many
men
directions.
are
It's sort of
rallying.
quality
They're
versus
not done
quantity
yet.
thing here. And yeah, now that cavalry unit is getting shaken. I mean, it is a
It's
cavalry
gone.
sandwich. It is gone.
It's gone. It's been destroyed.
And now those units, what's left of the
They're coming in.
Oh no! This is a surprise. The Subi won over here. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, they won this fight, but they are outnumbered. But their numbers are
The tide
Oh,
of
and the
battle
Kushites
turns against
are
us.
regrouping.
grouping, coming back
Come
in.
on,
with them.
guys. 1-1 for the Gipper.
Now that's the question: is the Gipper Kushite or Subi?
It's going to look like it's going to be Kushite. I'm surprised that the Kushites have won this, but
A
they.
unit is running from
Well,
the
they haven't won it
enemy.
completely yet, but they are really doing well. Now this is an even fight here on this flank, and in the
This-
middle,
This axe group is gone.
yeah.
And
Look at them. They're like walking away with their heads bowed.
Yeah, they really are. They're just like, oh, I'm so ashamed. They're just walking. Dang it, man. I suck. But now you do have 3 Subi units against this one fresh Kushite, so it's kind of what it's taking, though, is more. And the Subi nobles are actually starting to get shaken, and that's a bad thing.
men are
The leaders starting to
wavering.
get
okay,
shaken.
they're getting shaken.
And over here, all of the Subis are getting shaken against the Kushite unit. You have some cavalry going in there, but they're behind
There's
the
another
infantry.
unit, the axe unit destroyed.
All destroyed, and you only have one more, and
Two.
then Subi is sending in more.
There are 2 coming.
Oh, it looks like all of them are starting to pull away.
Yeah, they're losing.
Well, there you go.
I told you. The Kushites won.
Yeah, well, you still have a little bit going on, but it looks like it's going to be a Kushite victory. You only have 2 left. They're fighting as
This
hard as
goes
they
back
can.
to what my dad always used to say.
What do you say?
Never bring
Our
horses to
forces
the
have
camp.
found their courage. Back
Now,
to the
what
fight.
brought that up?
Wiser words have never been spoken.
I want to know what kind of conversation you were having where that kind of statement was appropriate. Oh, there was that time that I brought the horse to the camel fight. That is true. All right, one guy left, and it's the nobles. It's the Subi leader, and he's getting surrounded. He's just going to keep on fighting through this whole
You
thing.
can't know where to go.
Yeah, well, it's true. He can't retreat. Not when. Oh, and that's it. That'll do it for
Men
it.
are
man.
running.
Come here.
Cowards.
Well, that'll do it for us. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, subscribe to see more, and see many of our other
See
mini
more
videos.
what?
See more butts. Happy gaming, everybody.
I get the feeling that these guys lost because these are northern warriors fighting in a desert with people who used to fight in the desert. not a good place to be.